Hi, welcome to another quick update on the FSFerryPilot development progress. Where we're going to have a quick look at the current state for the FerryFuel release. But before I go into the video, I'd like to please remind you that it would really help if you leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Specifically, the subscriptions really help. So if you want to support the project, please subscribe to the channel. Another thing I want to point out before I show you what I've been working on for the past weeks is that we're really close to the Flight Simulator 2024 release, and I've been studying up on the options in the SDK for UI within the simulator. As you may recall from previous videos, I've been working on a custom panel in FS2020. In FS2024, that is no longer an option, and we have to move to the EFB, which is also quite a bit cooler, obviously. So that's what I want to do. I'm still considering whether or not I need to support that in FS2020. If you feel that you want to use the ferry flight system in FS2020, please leave a comment because I'd really like to know if that's something you want to do or you want to move to FS 2024. So yeah, again, leave a comment if that's something you want to do. Let's get into the demo. I've been working on the UI for the FS Ferry for the Ferry fuel system, the UI on the add-in side here. So let me show you. If I start a free flight, um, I showed this in a previous video. You have this little checkbox here where you can say use FerryFuel. I can do that right now. Some UI pops up. In this case, it shows you the ferry systems that are compatible with the aircraft you would have, but in this case, I have not yet selected an aircraft. So let me connect. Because we're in free flight, it will show you any option that it has. I'm still considering whether or not I can do better here by checking the aircraft in the sim. I'm not sure if that's going to work because of how the add-in works right now, but I'll look into that. You can switch. If you switch, you get a new, you get a different ferry system. In this case, the 33-gallon version with another fuel pump. You have the 300-gallon version. It's also possible to have multiple fuel pumps. For each fuel pump, you have at least one tank. You might also have multiple tanks on a fuel pump, and they will obviously show up right here, all underneath each other. So you can actually set the fuel levels for a specific fuel tank. So you can use the slider to change the fuel level. And once you're happy with what you have, you should make sure you do this before you start flying. When you go into the sim, let's start up this aircraft real quick. I'll also start the engine. Have to wait for a glow. And probably good to do the strobe light thing, right? There we go. And let's say I now go for a taxi. So we'll release the parking brakes, give it just a little bit of throttle. Maybe a bit more. We start moving. And if I now switch back to the add-in here, you'll note that the UI is now disabled. You cannot change anything anymore, which is what we want because we don't want you to be able to change these things in flight. I just move that on the grass here. That's fine. And even if you shut down now, you could park, but that does not yet enable the, just switched over here. doesn't enable it back online. So yeah, you cannot change it after you started your flight, which makes sense, right? That's what you wouldn't be able to do in real life as well. So that's kind of cool. Um, so yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done on that. For now, next step is to make sure you can also buy a fuel system, and if you start using a fuel system, that obviously brings extra costs to you, because it needs to be installed. So I'm still figuring out, do I charge that per mission? I think that would probably be the most realistic thing. You probably install it prior to a mission, and then even if that's multiple legs, you only pay once. So that's something to take into account. And for free flying, I probably have to charge for every flight. Um, so that's something to work on. And then right now, the fuel systems are programmed right into the add-in. Um, I want to read those from disk, so you can actually expand the set of available FerryFuel systems by just adding some data. And then we need to do something about the deployment because we use a WASM module that has to be deployed, and we gonna deploy some extra data files. So yeah, gonna have to change the deployment, then do some testing, and then finally we're ready to release this to you. Um, Again, if you want to uh, keep checking the progress on this, yeah, please subscribe to the channel so you get updates from me, and it also helps the project. Um, Thank you for watching, and have fun.